Hello everyone, welcome to SecApps Learning. This is Singh again. So this is the second video of the foundation series. So last video was on Windows Server. So if you haven't watched that video, I have provided the link in the this video's description. You can watch that video first, and then you can just start watching this Unix server because it's a sequence. So slowly we will be covering all the basic of like operating system and your domain, local account, privilege account, etc. So it will be very helpful if you start learning any technology, whether you go for the CyberArk, Okta, Savient, SailPoint, AWS, or any cloud security or endpoint. Even if you are working in NASA or in any field, you need to work on the operating system. Without operating system, you cannot run any kind of application. So this is a mandatory thing, whether you work in IT sector, in marketing, pharmaceutical, etc. So you need to operate some, let's say if you are running some marketing application or some uh, different application, so you need a system. Either you need a Windows or you need a Unix. So basic understanding you must have. And if you want to start your career in the IT sector or cyber security, so this is must, because without the basic you won't be able to learn any technology and you will suffer, because many times the error is originated from the operating system. It's not coming from the application side. So please watch till the end and you will have a better idea about the Unix server. So in this session today, we will discuss about the Unix server, and then we will discuss about the different types of Unix server, then about the installation part, how you can build the Unix server in your personal laptop, and how you can practice. So one suggestion to all of you guys, if you want to start your career or already you are working in some IT sector or in CyberArk or any cybersecurity tool, so you can just watch this video. So some of the things you will be already knowing it, or some you will learn. And for them like who are totally new to IT sector or cybersecurity, so this will be very helpful. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, so subscribe. So we will have now back-to-back videos, and it will be like great watching all these videos and along with the knowledge. Okay, then we will see some basic command like in Unix, what basic command you can use and how you can just um, connect to a Unix server. Then what are the different commands and main command. We will just focus on the main commands only, because Unix is also very vast. If you will try to learn Unix, it's also very vast. Like you have lots of things in Unix, just like the Windows. So we will try to explore the basics only so that you can easily get it. And then how you can create some users and some switch permission like sudo, or you can say super user do. So this is the permission, and we will talk about the different permissions as well as. So let's start with the first Unix server only. So what is Unix server, guys? Unix server is a command line interface. Means it's totally opposite to the Windows operating system. So Unix is also, or you can also call it as Linux, same thing. So it's a kind of operating system where like it's a command line interface. So let's say if you want to do something, just imagine this is your server, and if you want to perform any like copy paste option or some operation you wanted to perform, you need to copy a file, you need to delete a file, create a folder. So you need to do it with the command line. But in Windows, easily you can do it. You can just right click and you can create a folder, you can copy, you can paste using the mouse itself. But in a Unix server, everything you need to do it with the command line. Let's say if you want to see how many users are there in this server, though this is a Windows command, but same you can correlate with the Unix. So everything will be done with the help of command line interface. So it's totally opposite to the Windows server. And many application like your SailPoint and your network load balancer or load balancer, different type of load balancer, and like there are different kind of sim tools also, where you need to use the CLI, means you need to use the Unix servers to install the application. If we talk about the CyberArk, there is a many component, like PSMP is one of the component. Then we have OPM. Then AIM is also there, means your credential provider for Unix server. So all these are Unix based, and Conjure is also kind of the server where you need to build a Unix server only, and then you need to install Docker, and then you need to build the like your Conjure application. So different applications uses this operating system as well as. And what are different types of Unix server? So we have different types, like we have AIX, Ubuntu, Solaris, and there are many, HP, UX, and CentOS. So there are different types of Unix server. So almost every server is like you can say quite same, only some command difference you may see. Like if you are changing the password, you may have a different command in some AIX server or Solaris. But if you are using the RHEL or you can say Red Hat Unix server, the command is simple, like passwd, and you can change the password of an account. About the installation, okay, so let's do the installation, and then we will discuss all these like basic functionality, the admin part, the command, and how you can configure the IP address and switch permission also. So let's start with the installation part first. So first of all, one thing guys, you need to download this Unix server from this link. So this is the official website of the CentOS. So we will be using the CentOS Unix operating system. If you want, you can use another also, like Kali. Kali is a Unix operating system which is mostly used for your hacking purpose. Like if you want to do some hacking practice, or you need to, because it's a powerful operating system, Kali Unix, if you have heard about the Kali. But here we will be using the CentOS, which is the another type of operating system. So if you will search on Google also, download CentOS ISO image, you will land to this page only. And then if you will just click on the first link, or I will provide this link in the description, you can just get it from there. After that, you just need to tap on it. And then can you see this third option? You can go for this option only, that is fine, because there are different options available, like if you want to download with the torrent and all, but you can go with the first option. So it's approx 4.4 gigabyte file. So you need at least like good connection, in your internet speed should be good, then only you can download, otherwise it will take lots of time. I have already downloaded, so it's there in my system. So we will straight away start with the installation process. To start the installation, you just need to open your VMware workstation, and if you haven't seen like how to install the VMware, though you will find lots of videos on internet, but it's simple to install. If you will just search for the VMware workstation in Google, you will find the free trial option you can download, and some cracked key also, cracked license you will get from the Google itself, or just ping. You can comment to this video if you didn't find, I will share the link there. And installation is simple, you just need to click on next, and this VMware workstation will be installed. Okay, to install the Unix operating system, so it's not that much hard. Just like the Windows, you need to tap on this create a new virtual machine, then go with the typical only, then click on next, and here you can just provide the file disk image. So by default it's showing 2016, but we will change because last time we installed the 16, but today we will be installing the CentOS. So just click on browse, and you need to browse to same path where you have kept your CentOS operating system or any other Unix server. Just select and open, and it should show like it's detected. If let's say it's giving some error, which means your ISO image is having some issues. So click on next button, and you can give some name. Let's say I will give SecApps Learning Unix Server. And if you want to change the location, you want to install in D drive, E drive, F drive, you can always change. But I will go with the C only because my C drive is having good space. Next, here 20 GB is fine, guys. At least this is the minimum you need to give. Otherwise, your installation might fail. It needs some free space. Some of the like your operating system will also reserve some space, like approx I think 7 to 8 GB, and remaining you need to process all your requests. So 20 GB is minimum. Maximum you can have 50, 60, whatever you want. Select this store virtual as a single file, so every your Unix or your VMware servers will be there in a same folder. There will be no separate folder created. Click on next, then click on customize hardware. Same thing we will be doing here. Just like the Windows, you just need to select the custom because we need to define the static IP, the constant IP address. Then just close and finish. It will start your installation process, and it will take some time to start the installation, guys, because here like it needs to install many files, and which you will see in the coming slide. Okay, let's wait. Meanwhile, it is getting installed. And in production, guys, if you are working in a specific technology like PAM or IGA or any other IT sector, so it's not the task of your team. Means you don't need to create the server. So mostly this is done by the Windows team or Unix team. There will be a server team who will be just working on the creation of the server, like they will build the server and they will hand over the servers to you. Then you need to install the application if you are working in application based technology, because infrastructure, this comes under the infrastructure team. Let's say you are working in an organization, so definitely there will be one infrastructure team will be there who will be managing all these servers. So if you, let's say if you have any requirement, you need to build some servers, so you will raise a ticket with them like I need this server and this is the approval. So after the approval, they will build the server. But you need to know the process. So if you know the product from basics, then it will be easy for you to manage. And it will be an add-on thing, because if you will go for the interview as well, as they might ask the questions related to operating system also, because as you know, you are working on an operating system and some errors are coming from the operating system itself. So to troubleshoot those issues, you need to know at least basic. So in this video, we will be just hitting those basic only, and let's see if we are able to install or not. Okay, so it is asking to select the language. So it totally depends what language you want to install. So I will go with the English and English India. If you are in different location, you can select that accordingly and continue. Okay, so date and time, it will automatically connect to my system. Whatever date and time my system is having, it will automatically have that time. So we don't want to change that. But installation source, I will just click on it, and auto detection installation media is fine. So I will go with this. Okay, this is important, guys. if you are very good in the CLI, let's say you are already working in a Unix, you are a Unix administrator. So you can install the Unix server in a CLI mode, means in command line interface. But you are seeing this video for the first time, or you are new to Unix server. So what you need to do, just click on this software selection and install with the server with GUI, graphic user interface. So your Unix server will be installed just like your Windows. Means it will have a graphic. You can easily copy paste. But if you are going with the minimum install, so it will be installed in a command line. You need to do it everything using a command line. So you have the option in Unix also. You can install with the graphic user interface. And some extra features are there. If you want to have it, you can just select these options and you can install it. But I will go with this option only. I won't be installing another option. So just click on done. So it's validating. Installation destination, just select, and you can select this automatically configure partitioning, or you can just select if you want to configure separately, but I will go with the default. Click on done. Okay, network and host name, guys. So if you can define the IP address from here also. So if you will click on network and host name, let's say here I want the host name as SecApps learning. So whatever host name you will give here, it will have the same host name. If you are going with the default, it will have some local host something. And if you want to define IP address, so just click on this configure. And if you want to define a manual, means constant IP, which is not getting changed, not a dynamic one. So click on this IPv4 setting, then select manual from here, and you can click on add and provide some IP address. Let's say I will use some series 10.0.0. Let's say I'm using 7. Net mask, I will go with this same. Cool. And gateway we don't have, so I will just go with this option. Cool. And you can just click on save button. And if you will just turn on this, so you can see your IP address has been defined. And you can click on apply. So your host name will also change. So this is my host name now, SecApps learning. I can change later on also using a command, or you can change in the beginning also, totally up to you. And you can see IP address have been also defined. So now click on done. And then we can start the installation. Security policy, as of now, we don't have. It depends upon your company to company, what type of policy they want to configure. Okay. Root. So what is root, guys? Just like the Windows, in Unix also there are default account, local accounts. So just like the administrator, root is the super account in Unix server. So root is very powerful account. If you have the root password, you can log into the system and you can do whatever you want. You can delete a file, you can install it, you can make the changes. So root is a super account, or you can say highly privileged account. So we need to set a password because this is a local account or default account. So you need to have a strong password. So I will go with this password. Let's say if it's accepting. Okay, it's showing the weak password. Let me have some strong. And you can also use some uppercase, lowercase, some special character. Click on done. So root password is set, so I can use that root password and I can log in. And if you want to create more accounts, so there is one more option. You can use this like user creation option. Or I will show you practically with the command how you can create the user. Or if you want, okay, let me show you one user how you can create manually. If you will tap on it, so let's say I wanted to create some user, something admin. And remember guys, Unix is case sensitive. If you type the uppercase or lowercase, you need to use the same character only. Otherwise, your login will not work. And okay, you have this option, make this user as administrator. So I will just provide this user as administrator because this user can switch to root. That I will show you in next slide. Okay, I require a password. I will give the same password because if I forgot the password, we can't log in. Okay, click on done. So it's taking some time. You can see there are approx 1300 plus files are getting installed. Okay, let's see. It will take some time. One, 3, 4, 8. So it will be installed shortly. So try to practice all these operating system related or other basic also. So it will help. Really, it will help if you know the concept. And in every session, I always say, guys, learn the concept. If you know the concept, you can easily learn any technology. Don't learn the tool. Go for the concept only. Because tool might get changed or gets updated. Correct. Let's say you are working in some technology. So that technology maybe like after 5 years or 10 years, that technology may not survive. Means that tool might not survive. So if you know some, there was some many tools. Like I think I started working on some cement tech. So there was some tool, I forgot that name. So at that time it was very good in its field. Like I think it was related to DLP, data loss prevention. But now there are many like tools which has taken over. Means Azure is there, which is like Microsoft tool, Azure DLP, and there are many more. So that's why if you know the concept, you can easily learn any tool. You won't have any issue in learning. So totally depends upon you guys. Okay, it's performing post installation task. Let's see. Okay, meanwhile, let's turn on this machine. So this is the old machine, guys, which we built last time. So this is the Windows server. And let's say when this server is built, then I will show you the command line also, how you can access your Unix server from this Windows to Unix server. So that I will also show to you. Okay, so meanwhile, for that, what we can do, we can download the Putty, or you can also call it as Putty. So this is, you can say, this is a client which is used to access your Unix server. So for Windows, as you know, we use a RDP, means we use this client RDP connection. So similarly, if you want to connect to a Unix server, you need to download the Putty, or there are many other third-party tools are there, like Mobile Extrem is there, Sigwin, Secure CRT is also there. So there are many tools, but Putty is very like common and you will find everywhere. I think it will be downloaded from here. Cool. Okay, I think where we have the download option, or I might be having this Putty. Let's see if I can get. Okay, I think this is the one. This is for Windows, so I will go with the first one. Let's see. So if you will just Google it also, you will get this Putty link. So just copy this. Okay, I think this is done. So let's copy. And I can just paste on here. Okay, and you can just simply install, and it's a simple installation, guys. Click on next, install, and you can see it's installed. So I will remove this file, and you can you can search for Putty, or I think it will show from here. Okay, why it's not showing? Let me go to open file location. Yeah, this is the Putty, guys. Cool. This is the client, and let me pin to, or just I will, if you will right click over here, this is your taskbar. If you will right click here and pin to taskbar, so next time you don't need to search for this, so it will be here and you can just simply tap on it and it will open. So this is the Putty, guys, or Putty, you can say. In some organization they call it as Putty. I also call it as Putty, so don't know the pronunciation. Okay, and if you want to connect to a Unix server, so you have this Putty and you need to provide the IP address here and it will use a port. So remember, guys, for connecting to the Unix server, the port is 22, and SSH is the protocol, secure shell, which is used to access your Unix server. So it's a kind of channel which is used for accessing your Unix server. So if you want to access it, you need to provide the IP address or host name or FQDN of your Unix server, because sometimes Unix servers are part of domain also. So you will have some full name. And after that, it will ask the username and password, and then you will be logged in. That I will show you shortly. So let's see if our Unix server is built or not. Okay, it's about to complete. Okay, so you can see it is asking for the CentOS is successfully installed, and now we are good with it. So just click on reboot and it is installed then. Okay, license not accepted. Okay, you can tap on it and accept the license agreement and click on done and finish the configuration. It will take some time and then we are done with the installation. Okay, cool. So you remember during the installation we created some user. So admin is the user which we created. I can log in with the root also and with admin also. Okay, let's try to first log in with the admin only. So you just tap on it and you provide the password. Same password which you have given that time. Cool. Let me go to full screen. Okay, I'm in. Okay, so you can see this is your Unix server, guys, and we installed in a graphic user interface. So that's why it is seeing like this, but you have the option to install in a CLI also. Okay, let's next uncheck the location services, next, and skip, and we are done with the installation part. Okay, so when you have installed the Unix operating system, you just need to tap on the right side, and can you see this wired off? If you don't make this option connect option, or what we can do, we can just automatically connect, means we can set this policy so it will show automatically connected. So what does this mean? This means if you will try to connect to this Unix server, it will fail. Why it will fail? Because its network configuration is off, and by default it will be off until you are not making it manually enabled or it's automatically done. So let me show you. Okay, now let's try to open this putty, and IP address we have defined 7. So just provide the 7, rest will be default. Open, and here let's try to see if it's coming or not. Okay, I think this will give an error because, okay, network error, connection timeout. So this error you might have seen in your PAM also. If you are working in a PAM tool, you might have seen this error. So either this error is related to port, your port is not open, either your server is down, or it's not accessible in the network. So that time you will get this error. In that case, you reach out to the firewall team and you will ask them whether the port is open or not. So this will come from here. Okay, let's try to just turn on this network. You just need to tap on it, or let me see if I can. Okay, connect automatically. If you will tap on this option, you don't need to activate every time. It will be by default activated. Okay, let's try to connect now. I will provide the same IP 7. Okay. Can you see this time it is showing the some cache, because it will store some information, this putty. So I will just go with the accept, or you can select connect once. Now it is showing the login as. Earlier it didn't show because it was not reachable, but after enabling that wired setting, it's fine. So let's try to log in with the root and same password, and you can see we are logged in with the root. So that's your CLI mode, and this is your GUI mode, and we are just connecting to this server only. If you want to see, if you will type the if config. So for Windows, the command is ipconfig, which we seen in the last video. But for the Unix, if you want to find out the what IP have been configured, the command is ifconfig. If you will type here, you can see this is the IP which we have defined. And some of the IP, I don't know why it's coming. I think this is the host IP, that's why. Okay. ID root. So if you want to find out the membership, okay, you want to find out the membership of the account. So you can see root is a default account, and if you will type this command ID and name of that account. You will find what permission that account is having. So this is the groups, default groups you can say, or default IDs you can say. Let's try for the admin. So admin is having these permissions, like it's a part of the wheel group. Wheel is a default group in the Unix server. Okay, so let's see if I can change the password of this admin or not. So there is a command, guys, which you can use to change the password of a Unix server. So mostly this is the command for all your Unix server. So if you will type passwd and username. So let's say in our case username is admin. Okay, if you will try to change the password of this any user in Unix, this is the command passwd and the username. Enter. It is asking for a new password. Let's say I'm giving the same password only. Retype, and you can see authentication token completed, means updated successfully. Similarly, your PAM tool is also changing the password of a Unix server. If you will see the configuration like process and prompt file, you will find such command in the process and prompt file also, like passwd and username. Cool. Okay, so let's try to run some more command. Let's say if you wanted to see in which directory you are, so this is the command pwd. You will find like you are in the root directory. If you want to see what's there inside it, so you can just type ls. You will find these are the some of the files which are default files, which are not like I don't know the use because it's something related to the Unix only. If you want to clear out everything, let's say you want to clear out everything, though these are very basic command, you might be knowing it, but for them who are not aware of, so it will be very useful. Just type clear here and everything will be cleared. Then you can just type ls-ltr also, and you will see what permission like you have on these files, like rw read write and read write read permission you have. Cool. If you want to go to some directory, let's say in Windows, what you will do, let's say if you want to go to this directory, you will open this, you will go to this PC or pictures. But in Unix, how you can switch to another directory? So you need to use this command cd, change directory command, and just type, let's say I wanted to go home. So you can see I am in the home directory now. And if I will type ls, you will see this is the some profile there under this home. Similarly, you can just switch to any. Let's say I will just go to some home admin, and now I'm in admin profile, and you can see there are different options I have, because root is a privileged account, guys. Root can do anything on a Unix server. If I want, I can delete a file, I can make the changes. It's not going to have any issues, because root is a privileged account and it can do anything. Even it can just turn off the server, can delete the server, and it can impact the business as well, as because it's a powerful account. Then okay, one of the important command, guys, if you want to find some file, let's say some file you want to search in a Unix, so there is a command find, then we have /name, I think this is the command, and name of the file. Let's say you want to sum of file logs, so this is the file or the folder you wanted to see. Just run this command and it will show you the path like this. You can see there is one log folder is there, which is there in this path, and some I think some Unix or something related which is showing permission denied, because this Unix is not a licensed version, so that's why it might be. And using this command you can find many things. Let's say if I want to find something firewall, cool, you can see you have the firewall where you will find this firewall path. Okay, If you want to ping a server, let's say you want to ping some server. Ping means you are just trying to connect to that server, and if you are getting the response, so which means it's working fine. Okay, it's, can you see destination host unreachable, so it's not able to reach. So I will just type Control C and clear. Okay, okay, let's try to add some file, add a user. So I will just go to home directory. I think command is user add and admin01. Cool. If you will see the ID admin01, it's added. Can you see? This account is added on this Unix server now. But you haven't set up the password. How you can set the password of a account which you created? So same command, passwd admin01 password. If you want, you can set the same. Okay, now I will show you the privilege and non-privilege thing. So this account we have created and we haven't given any permission, correct? So this account doesn't have that much permission, just like your root. So let's try to see that. Okay, so this is one we have logged in with the root. Let's try to open a new Putty. So again, I will just provide the same IP 10.0.0.7. And this time we will log in with the admin01 which we just created. So you can see we have logged in, correct? Let's try to see some home option. Okay, let's try to make directory something test. Okay, so I was trying to create some folder. This is the command which is used to create a directory or folder in a Unix server, you can say. But you can see I don't have the permission. So this admin01 account is a non-privileged account. It doesn't have any permission. If you want to perform some privilege operation on a Unix server, you need the permissions. And that permission this account doesn't have. So let's try to create with this. You can see we are in the home path only, and this was also in the home. So like make dr and test, same command I am running here, and you can see this is created. If you will type ls, you will see this is the folder which is created. If you will go inside test, you can see I'm in the test. This doesn't have any file, that's why it's showing 0. So this is the difference between a privileged and non-privileged account, guys. In production, if you are working in IT sector, you need to focus on the privilege only, because with the non-privilege, we can't do anything. We cannot impact a business. We cannot impact the integrity or confidentiality or availability of the server. Cool. So this was the difference between a privileged and non-privileged account. If this account will have the permissions, okay, let me show you. If I try to, let me go back to the okay, let me try to switch to root now. So this is the command, guys. There are different commands can be used, like sudo su hyphen or su space hyphen switch user permission or super user do. So if you will type this permission, let's see if it's working. Okay, we trust you have received the as usual local system. Okay, let's see. It is asking for the password. If this user, okay, so you can see this user don't have the permission to switch to root account or switch to any other account, because this user is not part of the sudoer file. There is a sudoer file on the Unix server. If you have that permission, then only you can switch to root, and generally this is given by your Unix team. Okay, let's try with the admin, because this is the account which just created, and there was one more account which we created in starting, and that was an administrator. So you can just click on okay. Okay, let's see. Now this time I will log in with the admin. Okay, and same command I will try to run. Okay, first let me log in. Cool. So you can see we have logged in with the admin. Now let's try to run the command sudo su hyphen. Okay, same command. Now it is asking for the password. Let's say give the password, and this is the same password, guys, of the admin. Okay. Can you see now we are able to switch to root, because this admin account was an administrator during the installation of the Unix server. We granted the admin permission to this. So by default, this has the switch permission. And there are options also. You can disable this part. Like if you are running this command, it shouldn't ask for this password. That can be done. Unix team can do it if you raise a ticket with them, if it's required. So you can see we are able to switch to root. So this is your switch permission, guys. Now I can do whatever I want. If you have a switch permission to root, because root is a highly sensitive account, privilege account. Whatever you want, you can do it. Let's say if I will just type here reboot. Let's see, because remote side closed network connection, because your server is down. If you want to verify, just go to that server. Can you see your server is down? Because I ran the reboot command. If you reboot it, your server will be down. So if you have the privilege option, privilege account or permissions, you can do anything on a system. So that's the Unix server, like the basic, guys. You can try to install the Unix server, try to run some command, try to understand the local privilege account, and then you can create some non-privilege account. You can try the connection, understand the concept, like which port it is using. It's using 22 port to connect to Unix server. What is the protocol used? That is SSH, secure shell, which is the protocol used to connect to a Unix server. That's a secure channel. Then what permissions or what command you can run, how the password is being changed, how you can check the IP address, how you can ping a server, and etc. All these configuration you can try in your lab. Cool. So this will take some time to come up because I did reboot the server, so it will take some time. Cool. That's your Unix server, guys. If you come across any question, please reach out to us. You can always